Have you seen my?
You want to go get your phone?
No, my vape.
No, I came up here. You were already here, babe. Daisy, you take Daddy's vape? I don't see it.
Come on, Dad. Let's go my vape. You can keep. Will you post?
Oh, babe, the cords.
Oh shit.
You knocking down the camera.
Sorry. Where
You
I
gotta
was
fix
mic'd
it.
up. Sorry, I was mic'd up. No, sorry about this. But can you post it on the appropriate channels?
Yeah, I will. It's crooked. Oh, you gotta fix it this way. See, it was coming out the pocket, the joints. Go ahead, go get your vape. I'll figure it out. Oof. Let me check these angles. Happy Friday, everybody. Um, dang. Let me see.
Sorry about that, y'all. That sounds terrible.
It sounds staticky.
Does it sound bad on here?
It sounds staticky when I played it. Play it on your tablet.
Let's
See.
see.
Move, Daisy.
Sorry, y'all. Just technical a little bit.
You good?
Good.
Okay, let me post it everywhere.
I posted it.
Oh, you did already? Dang, you fast.
A lot of people, this is a very important show
It is.
for a lot of people. I don't think people really understand a lot of times what we discuss in private. I mean, even amongst friends, you know what I'm saying? The conversations are much more in depth because you can have more intimate conversations when you're not in fear of being judged or your ideas being judged. Does that make sense? Thank you for the 48 people that are on here and the 20 likes. Can we get like 10 more likes real quick, y'all? Real quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, please, y'all are subscribing to the program. It doesn't cost you nothing. I'm not asking you for nothing, but if you like the content that we put out on this channel, please show us a little bit of love, please. A little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I ask.
Hey, Josie. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Nicole, check your Telegram.
48 people live. 33 likes. Can I get like, 50? Come on, y'all. Show us some love, man.
Hey, Teresa. Hey, Frederick. Wanda. Alita. Good evening and happy Friday.
Paul's in the house. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Tony. That's Tony.
Oh, okay.
Tony here.
Hey, Maxwell. Ernest. Good evening.
What time is it?
It is 7:03.
Let's give them 2 more minutes and we're going to get started on this news. At least give everybody an opportunity to come on in here, join us live. Shout out to the Noble Institution. If you missed the live and you're looking for some information, you can always join Noble Institution. Get all the information you ever want, ever, whenever. Be a part of the ISX stock group while we have the openings available. Allow yourself to voluptuate because diversification is the mother to invention. Especially if someone trying to diversify their assets because they're about to enter a new plane. Now, I'm not one of these rah-rah people that be sitting here like, oh, this weekend, that weekend. But I am here to tell you that the Iraqi dinar does have value. It has value way greater than what people give it credit for. I'm going to show you guys that tonight. I did say in the title that, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing something with the gold standard. I looked up some stuff about the gold
Oh
standard.
yeah, that's good information.
It's a great, and look, I'm not a gold standard person, so this coming from me should be excellent information going forward because I am not a gold standard person. But if you ever wanted to really look at a currency and say, this is the reason why I believe in it, by the end of this discussion tonight, you should be like, yo, this is the reason why, and that's a bomb. Yeah, you want bombs? Okay, I'll get you some bombs.
Bombs over back.
You want bombs? Okay, hold on. Let me get you some bombs.
Don't pull the thing out unless you came to bang.
Oh, look.
What?
Woo! Man, I'm telling you, for all you gold standard people out there that really believe in a gold-backed currency, by the end of this conversation today, you're either going to love me or you're going to hate me. I'm just telling you. Because you know I'm going to bring the truth. Everything I bring is subsidized. You can look it up via Google. You can look it up via the internet. If you don't like what I'm talking about, just Google it. Don't argue with me in the chat. Don't be a hater. Don't be a Twitter gangster. Be a Twitter literature expert by the things I say and look them up. Because all I get is this information online from people, blah, blah. The people say you can't verify. That's why I try to verify it with an article, but that's how we roll. So with that, we going to bring the pain. He said, Miss BB, sing some bangers. Buy ruble. Why would you buy ruble when it was worth less than a penny before?
Ruble?
Ruble is not gold back. Listen, let me get people hate me right now. They're going to be thumbs down everywhere. The ruble and the yuan, the Chinese yuan, are not gold back, nor can they ever be gold back. What you've read is bull crap. And if you believe in bull crap, you should probably check out now because this ain't for you. Because the only thing I'm going to tell you is some real truth.
There are cryptocurrencies that you could buy that is worth about the same or less than.
If you want to gamble and not gamble with something that's absolutely safe, it's frowned upon.
You want me to tell you something? So when you started your show in 2018, 2019.
Hold on, Brandon Burke said he made some bread. Okay, well, if you made some bread off it, power to you, bro. No, I ain't tripping on you, Brandon. I ain't trying to flip on you. If you made money on ruble, it's not, the currency's not sanctioned. Go ahead.
Can I finish my thing?
I'm just making you real.
So when you started your show, V-Chain, one of my favorites, remember that? It was worth 0.008 of a penny. Today, it's worth 0.08, so it's worth 8 cents.
So it 8,000 times its value.
Right, and so think about this. So you started about 2018. Let's give it the beginning of 2019, right? So 2019, 2020, 21, 22. So you're looking at 3 to 4 years. Will the ruble do that?
No.
Okay,
no.
so
I'll tell you why.
There you have it.
Because here's the thing: the ruble never really had any inherent value before. It was never close to $1. That's like when people tell me, and when I get done with this, I'm going to break down the money supply line. I'm going to break down how much gold they have, and when you do the division, they don't equal out to be something that, and it's so low that there's nowhere that they could buy enough gold, even if they didn't have a war effort going on in Ukraine, to make that happen. But I can show you domestically that the currency is backed by gold and why it is and why it's defined by that and everything else. So all you gold-backed dollar haters, wait.
He said gold-backed dollar haters.
Gold-backed dollar haters, you a zombie apocalypse folks. You folks out there that I'm talking to because you watch me, because you actually hate me. You don't like me, you hate me. You're like gold-backed, Mr. B hates gold. No, Mr. B loves gold. Mr. B loves anything that adds value to the Iraqi dinar, and gold does, and I'm going to show you how. And I'm going to show you how it works, okay?
Okay.
Shout out V-Chain. Yeah, shout out V-Chain. I got V-Chain. Haters going to hate. But you know what? You can't be successfully a YouTuber, a blogger, somebody out there in the public eye in this day and age without having haters. If you have haters, you have fans.
Okay.
So I embrace the haters. Hate. But you can't dispel what I'm saying because I don't speak on lies. I don't make up stuff or don't join an insurrection, storm the Capitol, put it on Facebook, so that I can show you that I'm a bad person. Judge me on my patriotism if you're a populist. Judge me on my globalism if you're a globalist. Because I don't really care either way. I am a diversified, full factual capitalist, and I will be so to the day I die. I make money. I do. That's why I do YouTube. I don't make a lot, but you know what? If it turns dollars, it turns cents. And you know what? If I'm not putting out information that doesn't make a lot of sense to people, they won't pay for it. That's why they don't subscribe. But the ones that do subscribe in every week, I thank them from the bottom of my pea-picking heart. Because without y'all, man, shit, none of this would have got started. So please, no, the ruble will never be used as a hard asset because I will show you why they have too much in circulation. Market cap's too high, not enough below assets to give it a revaluation. That is fact. Sorry, Maximum Play. I love you to death. You're always on here. You do a good job. But I'm just telling you, it's just too much. I did the math. I did it all this week. A lot of y'all gonna hate this, but you know what? I'm the dude they love to hate, so I might as well put out some good stuff. I'm gonna show you why Sauter's a real player in the political game. A lot of y'all say, oh, they're kicking the can. No, they're not. One person's trying to take them to the promised land. You have a third of them trying to stop them from achieving their ultimate goal, which is Iran. So when you say kicking the can, I say no. They're fighting their own form of democracy, trying to make sure Iran don't meddle in their business. And yet, you as an investor, sit there and criticize these folks. As an investor, man, if you that weak in your investment, I don't care if you've been in 300 years. If you that weak inside your investment where you can't find a promise or what's good about it, and all you can say is they're stalling. Who's stalling? Iran's stalling because they're allowed to lose their cash cow. And if you can't see that for what it is, man, you need to sell me your dinar. Get on here right now. Tell me how much dinar you got. I'll make you an offer because it ain't worth what you say it's worth because it's a worthless currency. I'm going to offer you what it's worth.
Wait. Marcus said, Miss Brando, are you throwing bombs or firecrackers?
This is the nuclear holocaust I'm throwing in here. I'm about to shut all this gold standard BS down. I'm about to show you why, if you ever trade in your dinar before a revaluation or a reinstatement, you're an idiot. And I'm about to also tell you about what's going inside of the Constitution of Iraq, better than I know the Constitution of America. That's the bombs I bring to you. Like I told my group, Financial Fridays, and shout out Financial Fridays, and shout out to Real Queen Deb. That's who introduced me to my whole crew. That's my gang. Put them on love. Wear them around my neck every day. Let me tell you something. Sauter, by withdrawing, because of the way the Constitution reads inside of Iraq, by Sauter telling the opposition that we allow you to try to form a government within the next 40 days is completely copacetic or trying to achieve as a government. A lot of you won't understand what I just said, so I'll repeat it.
Please do.
Sauter told the controlling third, the ones that stopped Parliament, remember there's only 329 seats, so you got to keep up with math. So if y'all need to write stuff down, and if I'm wrong, don't chastise me. I'm going to be within a couple points. But the numbers will make sense as we go along. Okay?
Sauter
has basically 200 to 209 members of his coalition.
Okay.
There's 329 people that are inside of Parliament. That means there's 120 people, which exceeds a third of Parliament, that can hold up anything it wants, which is the Iranian coalition. It's the state of law, it's the al-Fatwa, it's the al-Hawa, it's those people that are holding up the government. They're not kicking the can because one person's trying to get to the promised land. The person that's stopping them is the third. So it's the same thing in the United States. If you know anything about politics, do you know how things are voted on within the Senate or within Congress? Does anybody know that? Because I don't really think these folks do. We vote by what's called a supermajority.
Okay.
60% of the vote has to go in favor of what you want in certain ideas or in certain laws so that those things go through. In electing the president, they have to have a super majority,
Okay.
which is 221 people for them to succeed in what they're trying to do. When they held quorum, they only had 200 people. That means 119 people abstained. Are you ever going to change that 119 people's minds? Probably not. It's kind of like here. If I took a hardcore conservative and I took a hardcore liberal, they may agree on certain points, but they're never going to agree on how to elect a politician. And remember, all politicians' job is to stall so long and to get your name into print so your name is recognized. And so that you know when it's time to vote, you recognize that politician. And remember that for within your own country, because you only vote for people you know or people you like.
Right.
It's like high school. I know Mr. Brando, if I ran for Senate, I'd get a certain amount of populace, not because I'm someone famous, but because people know me from the internet.
Right.
Same thing everywhere else. However, there's a difference because of Article 64 of the Constitution. It says the Judiciary Committee cannot come in because they have not voted on a president. Every time that Sodders brought 200 people to Parliament to vote, 10 people didn't show up to make this go through. So don't tell me they're kicking the freaking can.
Not show up. You just not show up.
Dude, you abstain. You just do not show up for work. And because there's no penalty for you, it's just like in this country. Do you know what happens when they don't show up to vote on legislation?
What?
Nothing. Their constituents may take a ledger of how many times they show up to vote, but honestly, nothing happens.
Nicole said that's making her nervous.
What?
That glass on the edge of the chair.
Man, can you tell I'm a pro at this? I ain't new to this. Man, come on, man. Shit. Can I talk to you all night? Can I talk a little ish? Can I talk to you about how Parliament works?
Come on with it.
Can I do that, please? Can I just get this out the way so people out here in Dinar Land really understand? When you see this, oh my God, they're going to dissolve Parliament. They're an idiot. They don't understand how the Constitution works, nor do they understand how caretaker government works, nor do they understand how a government with no president works inside of the Iraqi Constitution. You feel me? Because I can't speak on my constitution like I know Iraq's because I'm invested in Iraq. I don't invest in America. So all these people out here with this crazy notion of whatever, please stop. China will never be gold back. Russia can never be gold back if they triple the rate of their buying before ever this continues. But I'll show you how little old Iraq, is way ahead of the game. Hold on, I'm getting to it. So, because they can't dissolve Parliament by 1/3 majority, because Maliki's come out and said he won't push the nuclear button, and because Sodders come out and said he won't dissolve Parliament because he holds 2/3, therefore it's a circle jerk for a while. I know you don't like that word. I'm sorry, honey. It's not a circle jerk. It's a circle jerk with sandpaper.
I mean, I don't mind the word. You live.
I'm live. I mean, I'm telling
You all the
people
way
truth.
live.
Y'all want the truth? Y'all want me to lie? I told you last week they weren't going to vote on them, folk. People was in here, oh, I'm disappointed. I told you. Dude, when I tell you something, I'm not telling you because I honestly think this is going to happen. I'm telling you because it's going to happen. I'm not really trying to quarterback this like that. I'm really trying to tell you for real because I want to manage your emotions for you. Because I still get texts and inboxes. Well, if all that's true, why can't you tell me the date of the rate? Dude, don't you understand? If you don't understand the microeconomics of it, the macro, and then, of course, the global economic process of what I'm talking about, you probably can't understand. Being honest. So even if I told you a date, never worry, 1990, never worry.
Never wary, okay.
You'd still look for it because you're looking through this through investment eyes.
Yeah.
You have to look this through it. You're a journalist, you're trying to report the news. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Solder failed 3 times to bring forth quorum to, of course, make sure they vote on the president. Because they never voted, the clock never started on how to dissolve parliament. So in essence, if you look at it, it was the smartest thing that ever happened. He brought forth the people, over 200 each of the 3 times. He only needed 11 people. 11 patriots inside of Iraq weren't going to step forward to vote to elect a president. Even if not for Barras Saleh, what would have stood would have stood. But they didn't want to do that. So when you say kicking the can, I say no, it's political chess play. When you tell me they're not working, why is it every other article that comes out says they've already filled out this committee, they've already filled out that committee, they've already got their cabinet chose? And here's the crazy thing. The framework is already said, look, all we want to do is elect a president. Allow us that. Why is it so important for the framework to elect anybody inside this parliament? Is it because they know, and this is what I know, the Iraqi dinar is inherently worth way more money than I ever anticipated. I'm not saying $3 plus like a crazy person, but I'm telling you that I can show you where the Iraqi dinar is not only backed up by real revenues from foreign exchange, but also real revenues of gold. And according to the world standard of what they call safe havens, when I'm done with this, if you don't believe in this, just allow me to buy your dinar from you. That's all I ask. Okay? Please allow me that, at least that privilege. Okay? Allow me to buy your currency, because you're looking at an investment with inherent value. You don't see it. You're waiting 15 years. I don't break. I don't fold 10 toes to the floor. I don't break. I don't fold. I'm just not. I mean, I'm going to tell you all this, and you're going to get mad at me, but the initiative also includes the non-participation of the framework in the executive authority, that means president, as well as the 12 ministers that go along with it. So the coordination framework has already told Sauder, just let us be a part of this. Just pick the president. We'll give you the PM and the 12 ministries underneath it. All we need you to do is take over. Just agree to that. Sauder at this point has a decision. As you and I would say, are sitting on some very stately, very royal chairs. You should either toot or get off the pot.
Toot, toot.
Or it's not going to get much better than this for you. Because that's all you can offer somebody in a mirage of exchange, is to give them everything they want. That's why Sauder did what he did. He couldn't have offered it any other way. What, you can pick the PM and I pick the president and the cabinet members? No, this situation doesn't work like that. It has to be that they offer up the PM and all 12 cabinet measures, because they want to be the opposition government. And that means they're going to watch over what this new GOI does. And they're going to critique it. And because they're Iran's puppet, every time they do something wrong, they're going to get hated on. So you're going to read about that. Every time they do something right for the investment, it's going to be subdued in the news. And we'll have to come to a show to where we can accumulate weeks, if not hours, of news footage to really decipher to see if it's good or bad. So when I see you telling me, oh, they're kicking the can, stop being so slow. Think about it. If you were fighting for the premises of your country, would you give it up so easily? If you were fighting for America, and I already know a lot of you America-hating people, because I know there's a lot of American-hating people, because they hate on the American dollar. And me, I stand up for the dollar and everything the dollar represents. One of 5 countries out there that actually is something that you can call. You want to say the name?
Go ahead, you say it. Call what?
Y'all wouldn't even know if I told you.
I'm waiting for you to drop the...
You ready for some bombs?
Yeah. Well, I'm ready for you to drop what I know.
To be considered. Let me give y'all a point right quick, because there's 110 people now. If you want to get a piece of paper, I'm going to give you like 20 seconds. Go get you a piece of paper, because I'm about to blow your mind. What are they saying on the internet? Are you following the chat? Are you looking at news, or what you doing? I want to know what they say on the internet.
Well, someone said, and I think that when they say they're referring to Russia, they have gold off the books.
Bullshit. You want to know why? It's too bulky to store. It's too fat to hide. Google Maps can infiltrate that. So your whole point is moot.
Then
Again, please, I'm here.
Sauter gave there go Daisy. Sauter gave Maliki 40 days to embarrass himself.
And look, yes, I agree. Just as in Moses, as it was 40 days to 40 nights. That's what Ramadan represents to these people. It's a biblical time. I'm not necessarily a super spiritual guy, but I'm going to tell you what these people are telling me. He gave them 40 days for the 45 days of Ramadan for him to remove himself from the whole selection process. You can talk to anybody but my 73 people. With that, his tripart alliance said we will not do business with Maliki. So now it's not the tail wagging the dog. You get it? They have to play ball. So what are you going to give the majority to make them play ball? This is political genius. When you talk about 3D chess or 4D chess, if you can't see this coming, you're not really knowing what 3D and 4D chess is. You're only regurgitating talking points that you heard from somebody else. I'm here to bring you bumps. If you can't understand a slap in the face like Chris Rock, then maybe I should slap you to the face. Yes, ma'am.
Those 119 parliamentarians have revealed themselves to be Iranian-backed stooges.
Absolutely. So even if they Sauter, even though he said, I will dissolve parliament, he could point out those 119 people that are Iranian puppets. Do you think they'll ever get elected, seeing the diminish of Iranian support inside of the country again? That's why Sauter will not dissolve parliament, and that is exactly why Maliki won't dissolve, because he knows he won't win again, thus forfeiting his right of immunity because he's a parliamentary member and go up for crimes of a court. That's fact. You can't dispute that. You can't make it up. Kind of like my NFTs. Boy, my NFTs. If you go on OpenSea right now, you can see the Dinar World NFTs only exclusively for the Dinar World. Yeah, I got your favorite Dinar stars on there. Go in there and take a look. Pricing coming soon, baby. You know what it is.
That's really it. Brandon says, might have to send Daisy to Iraq to fix things.
Man, I say that all the time. Can I tell y'all a real story? I was super depressed. I was super depressed about Iraq come Saturday because I knew actually they weren't going to have quorum. And I knew that Wednesday too, and I was very sad because I mean, I want this for as myself as for so many other people. So when I see that it doesn't happen, I really I got angry. Like, honestly, I was angry at Iraq. And I was angry at what was going on. And it take me talking to a couple people. And when I heard about something, I want to tell you guys something. To be considered. Listen to this. This is for all you gold standard people. Okay? Last 10 minutes. Gold standard. If you believe in gold as a hedge, as currency, whatever, this is for you. I saved this to the end for you. We got 74 likes, 19 people in here. They obviously don't want to hear my revelation about gold. Do they? Is that what they're saying? They want to hear it? You want to hear about gold? Or you want to hear about gold? Because I can skip this. I can save this for something else.
This ish is chestnut checkers.
Yep.
We can't be angry, Mr. Brando.
Can't be. We can't.
Hey, family, gang, gang.
We in it. We in it.
Hey,
you ain't in it, you ain't in it. Gang, gang.
Yes, I want to know. I want to hear about the gold.
Okay.
Sammy D says, I know Kuwait and Iraq are different, but it's crazy how they RV with no running water and electricity, but Iraq is just not taking a government.
But a stable government and a thriving banking enterprise, which was Kuwait. Totally different, bro. I get it, man. You're mad at something that you can't be mad at. You're picking, the points you're picking out are things that these countries already had. Not tried to get, had. They already had a strong government. They already had a strong military. They already had a strong banking presence. So what he's saying is the same thing. They don't have the same things. They don't have a strong government. Their banking system, at best, it is Basel III in some components of it. But all of it's not all together all the way No red tape, no bullshit. Look at Egypt as an example. Look, man, I'm telling you, when you hear about MENA, Middle East, Northern Africa, especially the Northern Africa part of this, I'm telling you, if I was an investor investing in anything, I'd be investing in Northern Africa. Because of the fall of Russia, it has forced businesses into Northern Africa. It just has. Now let's get to this gold. Okay? Babe, you like blue chip stocks. You like safe havens for things, for currency. You want to see things grow in value, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what are the three safe havens of currency in the world right now today, by definition?
What do you mean, like instruments? What are the three?
What are the three actual safe havens of currency that are in existence today?
Gold.
No, gold's not a currency.
Oh, so I don't
It's an
understand.
asset.
I don't understand this.
So there's current like the Australian dollar, like the British pound, like the Iraqi dinar. Do you know any currencies that would be considered a safe haven? Do you know what a safe haven is? A safe haven is when you put money inside of this vehicle, and no matter what, you kind of expect it to hold its value or to gain value. Okay. So do you know any of the safe haven currencies in the world? And you might want to check the chat because they're probably speaking it out.
I'll read to them and I won't have to guess then. Danish krone.
No. Come on, guys. Sound like that.
Gaddafi
No.
trying to have a gold back.
Nope.
Russia ruble.
Absolutely not. I'll
U.S.
prove it to you.
U.S. dollar.
Yes.
Euro.
No.
Swiss franc.
Yes.
Japan.
Yes. There are only three safe haven currencies in the world. Does anybody know what defines a safe haven currency from another currency?
Mm-mm.
It's a currency that is backed by 40% of the currency that's in circulation has to be backed by gold. America, 40% of its currency, while you out there hating on American currency, saying the dollar's not based in any value, 40% of it's backed in gold. It has to be because it's a safe haven currency. So is the yuan, so is the Swiss franc.
Okay.
So all you gold, look, there's no comments. Gold back, I want to see the gold back standard people. Where are you? Gold back. I want to hear you gold back zombies. Where you at?
Well, everybody's just shouting out currency. So U.S. dollar, yen.
Dollar, yen, Japanese yen, yes. Swiss franc, yes.
Somebody said Indonesia rupiah.
Nope, not at all.
USD and the yen. Somebody said dong dinar zim.
Dollar, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Three safe haven currencies. All backed by 40%
Eugene
gold.
said USD is the best.
Dude, thank you. 99% of you out there, besides my Caribbean, my London, England people, are going to exchange for USD. Aren't you out here now just beating down my door, telling me that, thank you, Mr. B, you found our currencies backed by 40%.
Your friend Grant says Russia going gold back. Ha ha ha.
Let's look at Russia and its gold back circumstance. For all you gold back freaks that hate America. Because you hate America if you support Russia. I'm telling you that now, okay? So Russia has 13,200 billion currencies in evolution. Russia holds between 100 billion to 140 billion. That is less than 1.00000% of their currency. They would have to climb almost 7 spaces within their gold back to become a gold back currency. And you sit here and insult my intelligence and my audience intelligence by telling me that you think Russian rubles gold back, and you ain't looked up the M1 math or the gold math, and you don't tell me they're gold back? Are you dumb? Or do you ride that little itty bitty bus? Feel that bus pulling up. I can go further. You want to talk about Great Britain? 3,300,000,000 tonins still don't equal it. You want to talk about another country? Let's talk about Iraq.
Okay.
Can anybody out there guess how much of Iraq's currency is covered by gold. I gotta turn on my chat.
And I know, I was like, I might need your phone because my phone about to die.
About to die. You need my phone. Here my phone go.
Okay.
Okay, let me push play because I know I'm over here talking mad.
But so far, no. Okay. Dr. Ed says 24%.
Nope.
Jason,
but it's close.
Jason says 25%.
No, but you're close.
Hold on. Jason says 35%.
No, you're too high.
Mike says 33.3%.
Too high.
Corporate says 5%.
Way higher than that.
John says 20%.
Close.
Derek,
hold on. Super close.
Did you tell Derek? Derek said 20% too.
Derek, I didn't tell Derek. We didn't talk. He didn't call me back. I hit that for you. He didn't call me back.
Okay, but he guessed 20%.
Good guess. Slightly higher.
Denise says 50%. John says 20 to 30%.
Close, you're in the range.
Rosalie says 22%.
Oh, you're one higher than what it should be.
Yeah, Eugene says 22%.
21%.
Law says 22%.
Hold on, let's dispel it. 21% of our ads currencies backed up by the gold they hold. Look it up. Don't rely on me, man. Look it up.
Okay.
Figure it out for yourself.
Okay.
It's not that I dig further than you do. I asked the second question.
So it's 21%.
Yeah, and so all you folks that are out there tripping about the United States dollar slipping from 69% to 60% in world trade reservoirs for other currencies, don't freak out. You know the currency's 40% backed by gold. Gold. United States currency. Before you go out there and trade in for something else haphazardly, please tell me why you trade in a gold-backed currency, if not for another gold-backed currency. And since you live in the United States, you can't trade in your currency for somebody else's currency, but yet you gonna sit here and tell me the dollar's gonna die?
John says, where is the other 79%?
That's not for me to know. That's for you to go figure out. I figured out the first half. Go walk the mile. Go do the research.
Derek said he was close.
He was very close.
Grant says it will be higher.
Man, if you sit there and think that no matter what, if you could add 20% to the currency that it is right now, if you base it at $1, it's worth 20 cents. You know the Iraqi currency is at least worth 60 to 70 cents. That gives it a round value of $1. Give it a little bit of inflationary cost. Why can't the Iraqi dinar be worth more than $1? That's a question that anybody could raise, that anybody could answer, and within speculative terms and not some crazy dinar goggles terms, come up with a rational answer.
Somebody said oil.
Yeah. Another derivative for an instrument for currency would be oil. Look at what Kuwait did with white oil inside of its own 100 billion barrels of white oil put up. It balances out their currency. They're at 21% up. It wouldn't take 20. You can ascertain 20% of oil revenues a lot faster than they could buy 20% of gold revenues, because it took them 30 years to buy this amount. It took them 30 years to double it. But they have that oil in the ground that they can harvest to add to the value of their currency. So please, if someone tells you Iraq's kicking the can, no, they're getting it right. I want them to fight over this, because you know what? If they went with the quota system, if they went with, well, we're all going to agree in kumbaya, I would be done with this. I would have traded in everything, invested in the stock exchange, and done Zooms on Friday and not done videos. Because at least that point, these people would understand the greater good of the very thing they hold that is going to take them to the promised land.
Grant says second largest virgin untapped gold mine in the world.
Where?
I get in Iraq.
Where? Where's the location?
I don't know.
Because I would venture to guess that this is a theory that I have. That if you're looking at oil and you look at gold, you look at palladium, you look at platinum, there's not a lot of gold around really clean oil. Mm-hmm. There is some, but not a lot. Look at Alaska. Oil's damn near perfect. Look at Saudi Arabia. Look at Iraq. Oil's damn near perfect. Not a huge amount of diamond mines. Not a huge amount of gold that I know of. that I know of. So before you crucify me, at least let me qualify my statement. Okay? That I know of.
John says oil has to be large percentage of that 79%. James says the dollar denomination about to be over because of the debt they can never pay. So you have to go to a new currency like the digital dollar. John says natural gas. John says it is true. India, Iraq, and Zimbabwe have the largest gold deposits.
And so they don't have the largest foreign reserves, and they don't have the most sophisticated banking systems. So therefore, they don't qualify to be a sanctuary currency. There's rules to this, y'all. You got to follow the rules. It can't be one rule for them and one rule for them. You got to follow the rules as an entirety. And that's what dinar people do that really irks me. Not all of them, but a few of them. They make the rules that are applicable to the Middle East, but they don't want to make it applicable to Northern Africa. They want to make it applicable to this country, to that country. And they want to blame the countries that they feel are oppressing these countries. But I can take oppression way back even to when the days of McDonald's. Why didn't McDonald's go into Russia before it went into Northern Africa?
I don't know.
I know. And a lot of people out here that are watching it, they're going to say, oh, there he goes. Yeah, there I go. Because now the largest influx of McDonald's in the world right now is in Egypt, which is Northern Africa, not the Middle East.
Egypt. Africa got it going on.
Man.
That's the motherland.
Dude, I don't make fun of that shit because for real people do. And for real, Africa deserves a lot of respect, even though Africans don't respect Black Americans. I really like Africa in some ways. I don't like it in many other ways.
I heard that technology is starting to catch up with a lot of the other places, and I don't know.
My point about this is, as investors, as people that mine or till the field, that look at this stuff on a day-to-day basis, you have to look at yourselves and say, interesting that these things are happening in this part of the world, but they're not happening in these part of the world. That's all I'm saying. It raises suspicion and it raises an air of curiosity. Now, as far as Iraq goes, the perfect play, because 200 people now control 100, the 100 people are willing to give up everything except for the presidency to appease the other people. That leaves, I hope Sauder has a clear mind that says, hey, look, I'll sacrifice one for 13. Is there any questions? Is there any comments? Is there any something? Because this is getting long.
Here, right here at the bottom, Nicole just said something.
3 MENA regions wide, open and ready for investment. Yeah, Algiers, Egypt, and there's another one. Late, but gang here. Gang, what's up, Sean? Is it true India and Iraq and Zimbabwe have the largest deposits of gold? And they very well could be. I think the largest deposits of gold are going to be along the Congo, as well as Alaska, as well as in the Siberian area of Russia. And that's what I believe. But
why does Malik want the president?
Because something great's about to happen, and he wants to say he had a hand in having something to do with it. Once you're already rich and you're already powerful, the only thing you want to see is for people, some person to gain greater than you to justify how you got all your money. Mm-hmm. It's guilt. Oh, the NFTs. NFTs are on OpenSea. It's called Dinar World. I've captured all your Dinar favorites, your favorite gurus, myself, April, Megan, everybody. They're going to be out there. On Sunday, I have a meeting with the team to actually fund it so we can start selling it because it's a whole thing. They're coming. So if you want to buy a Dinar NFT, and I don't say buy an NFT to hold it. Buy the NFT to sell it. Because that's how you make money in this. I want to pass on at least to 12 people a rise in value to something immediately that you can say, look, I'm selling this, let's get it going, let's keep it popping. Does he want to be president or does he want to pick the president? I don't know who you're referring to.
I guess Maliki.
No, Maliki doesn't want to be the president. He wants to pick him to say he's involved.
Okay.
Where to buy gold now? I don't know where to buy gold. I don't buy gold I'd buy gold as a hedge. I wouldn't buy gold as an investment strategy unless you're planning on a gold-backed system. But since 40% of your currency's backed in gold, why would you ever buy more gold since you already have it? Unless you're gonna back up what your backup is by more.
You can buy gold on JM Bullion. Yeah. Go Google it. You can buy.
You can also get my shoes.
You can buy bars of gold.
You can get super sneakers on Amazon. Put in the link, Mr. Brando. Awesome sneakers. If you want to buy something that's actually going to hold some value, so that when you want to sell them, you can actually get some money for them, and not your bullshit gold ambition. Because that's what I think about it. But yeah, American currency is backed by 40% gold. I was truly impressed by that. I'll tell you something else I was truly impressed by. The Japanese won. And then when you look at the math between the gold standing within Russia and how far it would take them to buy gold and to ascertain that much gold, it really mesmerized me. I think that when people start shouting stuff out, instead of me saying it's horrible or bad, I'm just going to do a little research about it and look it up and see what it really means, because I see so much stuff in the dark community that's absolute rubbish. And I wonder why or how anybody could believe it that has a practical mind. And I'm not saying you don't. Obviously, if you're tuning into this channel, you have way more than a practical mind. You're thinking, you're doing all your stuff. But I just feel bad for the people that are in limbo, you know? I feel bad for the ones that can't ever get it together to a certain point. Well, with that, April Fools, all this was a joke. No, it wasn't. This was all very real.
Why you handed it to me?
Because I'm about to
I was about to sing my song.
Sing your song.
What's that song? Though it take us some time to get to the place that you wanted me to be.
I'm ready.
You skipped it.
Oh,
wait. Though it took us some time to get to the place that you wanted me to be. Oh, now I'm ready. I'm ready to love.
And when y'all don't realize that I don't answer your calls on Saturday because I'm with my wife, it's day. I still love my wife. I hang out with her every weekend. So if you call me on a Saturday, I probably won't answer. Love y'all.
Or a Sunday sometimes.
Sometimes on Sunday, she give me that sweet. You know what it is, that potato.
Oh my gosh. Turn that thing off.
Peace!
So we can go watch our show. Crazy.